Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first report from us at Firestone News Network. Thanks for tuning in. As most of you heard, Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security Faceman Actual has resigned. Us here at FNN were eager to jump on the case, and luckily Face was available today. So welcome to FNN, Face.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here today.
Alright, today we're just going to be asking some questions about what is going on and what would be released tomorrow. Not a whole bunch of what will be released tomorrow since we know you're making a speech. You can choose to not answer any of these, but we suggest you do so the citizens of Firestone can know what's going on. Any questions before we start?
Oh, no, I don't have any.
Alright, let's begin the interview. So, our first question is what made you choose to resign DHS?
Well, mainly personal life, but it's not really something that immediately came to thought. Pretty much what was happening was I was slipped into an inactivity because of personal life, and I guess it was just time and pretty much how long I played this game for that was a determining factor on whether or not I should leave. I mean, I've been gone for an extensive amount of time, and I thought that I was being more of a burden than a benefit to the department. So I thought I'd take the decision to leave for the better of my department and the
Alright.
future of it.
Well, life can get to you. That's mostly some of the reasons why Firestone for me has been going in and out. But, anyways, on to the next one. Do you like the way DHS is functioning as of your resignation?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied of what it has become ever since I came into office. I feel that it's very self-sufficient. Um, we have some very dedicated people and motivated people that do their jobs very well, and I mean, I owe the department a lot of my thanks for their everlasting support for during my presence here, and well, I can only hope the best for them in the future.
All right. How do you like the current outlook on the divisions like CRT and well, wait, I
Well,
don't think.
like I said last question, we're very self-sufficient, so I trust my division heads to run their divisions and provide some results. And clearly, well, from what I've seen, we've done a lot of things. We have a lot of our divisions cooperating with each other, getting out warrants and doing some more investigations. And working with other assets in order to deter or prevent crime from happening.
All
I'm
right.
pretty satisfied with that.
All right. Well, sounds pretty good so far. All the divisions working together and stuff. Um, if you could change anything of DHS, what would that be?
That's a well, I mean, in my what's going on in my head, right? I just have like a bunch of little things going on, but to be honest with you, I don't think I would change anything. I mean, we're not a yes, we're not a perfect department, but I don't think that I don't want my goal is not to be perfect. It's rather to improve because it's it like show me a department that's perfect. It's practically impossible. So I'd rather just just work on improving and not trying to be perfect because I don't think that's actually possible on here.
All right. Well, good to see that your goals are actually more made than other secretaries. Anyways, do you already have another secretary picked out?
Yes, but I will save you the suspense, and that'll be announced tomorrow.
All right. Um, do you think you will ever return to DHS, either as an agent or just to check in on it?
Uh, to be honest, I probably will just to check on because like pretty much what got me to like Firestone and all this stuff was the tech. Uh, the tech is it's better than like way back in let's say 2013 where I started in TRC, the Roblox and Cops with Fed. And back then we just had these large buttons on top of the cars and is pretty. The cars weren't really up to scale either. And seeing that has developed throughout the years, it's really exciting to see. And I'll probably check in later on just to see what it has evolved into.
All right. Is this the end for you for Firestone?
Unfortunately, yes. Like I said, personal life is getting in the way, and I can't really make time for this anymore. Um, I'm grateful for the experience I had here, though. A lot of life lessons have been learned, and I feel that with the state of how I am, it's a perfect time to leave.
Now, with all your experiences in Firestone, do you think that any of that, like leadership, being a secretary, you know, out on patrol and stuff, do you think that will help for you anytime in the future, whether it be a job or anything?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I've like if you've taken a look at how I do my stuff, then I'll surely apply a lot of those things I do into real life. I mean, just some of like the documents I write up and stuff like that. How to like being formal and I mean, I put a lot of time into this, and I guess in the end, you pull some life lessons. You know, you learn how to do certain things. You develop some sort of methodology to how you do things, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. As of right now, it's a weird question, but how do you think of the current, like, um, oh, what is it? Like secretaries and stuff for a lot of departments. Do you think that there's some stuff that could improve based on it? Since I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but a whole bunch of secretaries and stuff could work together to make Firestone safer. How do you look on the current high com of the departments?
Well, I think that at the moment we have a I mean specifically for us law enforcement, we have a pretty good bond with each other. Like we work a lot of on investigations and internal affairs stuff, whether it be you know an agent in that department is suspected of doing this crime or that crime, and you know working together, getting trying to get some clues and stuff like that to further the investigation. We've done a lot of that. Um, but as for the rest of the secretaries, well, we I want to say that yeah we have a good bond also but it's just there are just some specific people with who we have better connections with because it relates to our field of work. So let's say the Department of Commerce, we've been doing some stuff with them as of lately because it has become apparent that criminal gangs are trying to form businesses under the commerce department, and we have our investigation teams looking into those. But as far as everything goes, yeah, we don't have much problems with everyone. We're pretty well. How should I say this? We're 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 um we're a tight group. I'll say that.
All right, now last question before we move on to something else. If there's one thing you could change about Firestone, anything about it, what would that one thing be?
Well, okay.
Like,
Well, the one thing I don't really like about Firestone is the whole concept. Well, hang on, I'm trying. Let me think here, because there are some many things, but like they're really like minor, but they could make a big impact. But I guess my number one thing would be it'd probably be like the whole role play aspect. I mean, I don't see a lot of that role play, and I think that we don't have much role play because it's not really something enforced either. You know, it's like if you go onto like let's say like a whitelist service, those servers are like, well, not saying that they have them on Roblox. I'm just like basing them off of like let's say Arma Life. Arma Life, in some servers they'll have a whitelist program, or yeah, a whitelist to be able to play on their server. And when you whitelist and apply for the server, they actually expect you to role play, like be some character and stuff. And I think that would have been something nice to see in Firestone. You know, uh, just instead of just having to go on every day for 30 minutes of just guns blazing pursuits, and that's pretty much it. That's your whole shift. You know, maybe some like interaction and stuff. But I understand where Fed's coming from also. I mean, he's got a big game, and lots of people want to get on it, and I understand that if he doesn't want to like have to make the whole process for it and have to process a lot of people just to play the game, you know.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I don't know, like maybe a balance, a compromise between role play and accommodating a lot of people as much as you can, you know.
Yeah. Now some information about tomorrow. We're not gonna be like making you say your speech right now, but what will you all be talking about tomorrow? Like the basic outline, meaning, well,
Well,
speaking as how it's your resignation. Do you have anything special planned for tomorrow, or is it just gonna be a simple
well,
resignation speech?
I'm gonna talk a lot about my experience because I believe that what I've experienced on here can be useful to some people on here that may be going through the same situations as I am, and well, I'd like also to outline the work of my colleagues and my friends and stuff. I will say though, one thing I will talk about is how I mean, we're all batched into like a community in which you most likely already share the same kind of interests. You know, whether you go into law enforcement, whatever, you're already starting there with like the same interest as the other person, and you can form friendships off of that. That probably may last for like a long time. I'm pretty sure you yourself have that kind of those kind of friendships going on right now, and I think it's important to for everyone to know that we're not in the same era as our parents, let's say, who didn't have the internet and didn't meet people on the internet. You know.
Yep. What are you hoping for tomorrow? Like a nice clean resignation, or do you think some people in the crowd are gonna disagree with why you're resigning? Give us your thoughts on what do you think will happen tomorrow.
Well, I think that I mean, regardless, people respect my decision. I mean, like I'm not leaving because I have any grudges or anything like that. It's pretty much for their own benefit and for my own also. But I expect it to be like nice and smooth. Nothing too extravagant. I will say there will be some people that will that have prepared some speeches also for tomorrow. I look forward to seeing those. I only know who's going to be reading some, but I don't know what's the actual letter. So I'm a bit excited for that.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
gonna be a really big day tomorrow. I know you're really busy. A whole bunch of stuff is gonna be going on.
Yeah, just trying to get these final things prepared for the new secretary is it's quite the hassle, especially because I've done a lot of stuff myself. So uh, doing transmitting all these things to the new guy is it's a lot of work.
Yep.
But in the end, I trust whoever is going to be taking leadership. I have full trust in them into what they're going to be able to do with the department. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. That's all the questions we have for you today. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, I would just like to thank everyone in the Firestone community for having me. It's been a uh, great year in the Firestone, and I'll probably catch you guys soon in the future. And to the guys at DHS, I'll miss you guys. I'll probably visit from time to time on Discord. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be out with an Firestone News Network release soon about the resignation. And this has been Rudy with the Firestone News Network. Have a good evening, Firestone. Goodbye.